All right, it's 10 o'clock. We're glad to have y'all. Thank you guys for making time for us this morning. We have just a few announcements for you, and then as always, we'll stick on in case y'all have any questions. Jessica, you want to kick it off for us?
I'd love to. Good morning, friends. Happy April. Hope this call finds you well and in the home stretch of what I know is a very busy spring semester. So just two announcements from me. The first is that you may or may not be aware that our office and our team of three is looking to expand. And so there's currently a job posting to come join us on the Ed Prep team. The posting is live on the SCDE's website. And it closes on Monday the 20th. So if you know of anyone, please feel free to share who might be interested. We'd love to have them come join us. Second reminder from me is that July 15 serves as the deadline for internship certificates that are set to be issued in the fall. And the requirements for all of that is in a document that I am going to post in our chat. This is the checklist, and the checklist lists the requirements of the candidate to be considered for the internship certificate, the requirements from the EPP perspective, as well as the requirements from the district perspective. So those are now linked in the chat. And so if you know of any candidates who you would like to recommend for a fall internship certificate, please make sure that they adhere to that criteria there. Please reach out to us with any questions. And just a friendly reminder, all of those materials have to be on file with us no later than July 15 for the issuance of the fall internship certificate. So that's all I got. Russell?
Hey, good morning, everyone. I just have a quick reminder that the annual assurances are due April the 30th. And it's just a thank you for all those who've already submitted, but be sure to put that on your calendars for that deadline for April the 30th with annual assurances. All right, thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Russell. I just wanted to let you all know that we have received some great nominations for the Field and Clinical Group. We were really excited to get so many, so we will put that task force together soon, and we'll reach out if we've been able to utilize your services during that. But we do want to thank you all for volunteering and for sending volunteers our way for that. As always, y'all are such a great community for that. I wanted to remind everyone that in the state board, we'll be hearing the presentations for the literacy and elementary exams in May. So we're excited about that. Our ETS representative, Jason Diedrich, will be coming down to South Carolina to speak to the board in case they have any questions. So I really want to emphasize specifically that the reading and elementary exams, for those exclusively, the current reading language arts subtests for elementary will no longer be required beginning September 1. So just make sure that you're keeping that on your radar. Instead, the candidates graduating after that date will need that Praxis 5205 or the Pearson 890 for that literacy piece. So I know Mary spoke last month on our office hours, and you should have got that recording that kind of went into the meat and potatoes of that. And hopefully once it's approved in May, we'll of course be sending out all that information, but we'll have another session in case you all have any additional questions regarding those exams. But I also wanted to mention, because we will have Jason here in South Carolina with us, our ETS representative, that we'll be offering a drop-in office hours with him in case y'all have questions. If you plan to attend, please send us the questions beforehand so we can make sure that we have all the answers that we could possibly have for y'all. We're tentatively scheduling that for Thursday, May 7th at 10, kind of in line with our office hours. We have not confirmed that yet, but we'll send out something just to kind of put a hold on your calendar if you're interested in dropping in and talking to Jason about any of those options for South Carolina. I think that is all for us. Sherry, is there anything that you wanted to share?
Oh, I do not have anything, Jackie. Thanks.
Awesome. And Kate, I think you said you didn't have anything to share this month. Perfect.
Good
So I
this
just
time.
want to,
Thanks, Jackie.
no, my pleasure. We just want to thank you all for joining us. Again, if you have any specific questions or want to hang around and ask us any questions, we'll stick around. Thank you all for spending a few minutes with us this morning. What was the date for ETS again? So they're going to be presenting at the board, Charmaine, on the first Tuesday, which I think is May 5th.
May 5th. Mm-hmm.
And then we're tentatively holding that time May 7th on Thursday at 10 for a drop-in with Jason. Should that change, well, we'll let you know either way for sure, but that's our
Okay. Okay,
that's
great.
our-
Thank you so much.
yeah, of course.
Man. Hey, Betsy, what questions can we
Hey,
answer for you?
just a quick question regarding the internship certificate and the reading exams. I recall from a previous meeting that I'm pretty sure somebody asked the question that for fall interns who are on that internship certificate, they can take the exam in the fall. Is that correct? Or are you all expecting that to happen prior to July?
Good questions. So for the reading exam for internships, oh, I'm sorry, Jackie.
That's okay.
For candidates who are pursuing the internship certificate, right, in the fall of 2026, they will have until they will not have to pass the reading exam by September 1. They will have to pass it in order to get their certification, right?
Their initial certification.
Their
Yep.
initial certification. So they can operate on that internship certificate in the fall, but they will not be able to progress to like a
Their initial certificate.
initial. Thank you.
Great.
That's
Thank
the
you so
words I was
much.
looking for.
Yeah, our some of our partners were kind of pushing back on that, so I just wanted to make sure.
Absolutely.
good question.
It is a good question because
Thanks.
everything kind of compounds. Jackie, we got a question in the chat. When should the bundle option for the elementary ed Praxis 2 to include 5205, 5003, 5004, 5005 be available? I assume after the May date.
So I know that our office is and the agency is working with ETS to get that. I think Mary met with the deans at SKIDA last week and said that was still under discussion. So we are the deans also asked for an expedited timeline for that. So I know that the office is working on that. We'll let you know as soon as we're here. And when we have Jason here, that's some of the conversations we'll have with him. So hopefully we'll get some answers to you on that sooner than later. But we are planning to offer a bundle for those candidates that does not include the English language arts exam for elementary.
Thank you.
Sure.
This is Charmaine at Furman. I have one more question about Praxis. So you are not recommending then for our students for the last several years have been doing the content knowledge for teaching. So with one remaining senior class, because we're in a teach out for elementary program, do you recommend that they also do the 5000 series, or are we okay? Do they still have the option to do the content knowledge for teaching this coming fall? Or
So those
Yeah.
tests will be eliminated as an option beginning in the 25-26 testing year. Candidates will have the option of taking the 5000 or the 8000 series for 26-27 to meet that requirement, is my understanding. And then if they take it, we do usually put, I think, 5 years, is that correct, Sherry, on every exam, so that if they do take it, we would accept it for that purpose. But again, they would still, if they fall within that timeline, would still have to take the literacy exam. I
Right.
think sorry.
Yeah, 5 years is correct.
Okay. So they have an option, but still, obviously, they still have to take the reading one course.
Charmaine, I think it might be important to also keep in mind the timeline of it all from what Jackie was saying in 2026. So beginning September 1, the 8000 series will not, or the CKT will not be supported anymore by the state. So they would have had to have taken CKT before that deadline, right, Jackie? Or
When we
Sherry?
say it's available for 5 years, we mean that if you took it in the window that it was valid, we will continue to accept it for 5 years. Doesn't mean that you can take it outside the window.
Right. Got it. Thank you. Charmaine, does that make sense for your candidates?
We're going to tell them to take the 5000 series, but I
think that's
was
wise.
curious if they took the CKT in the fall, would it still be valid? And I think I heard yes for 5 years.
Well,
No,
no.
No, it's still okay. So it'd still be outside the window. So no.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
they have.
can't-
So they have to take the 5,000 series.
5,000 or 8,000.
Hey,
That's
Mary.
the- Hello, just dropped in. Sorry, was in a meeting.
Thank you.
So Sherry got lots of answers for us from the lawyers. So remember that we're making the testing year essentially runs September 1st through August 31st. So the changes we're recommending to the elementary exams will become effective September 1st. So the last date that a candidate can take CKT and have one of those 3 subtests, math, language arts, or math, science, social studies. Language arts is going to be an interesting one. The last date that test is going to be available to South Carolina test takers is August 31st. So no one needs to register for it for the fall. So that's something really important for them to remember. Your candidates applying for certification next year, if they take CKT or they've taken it prior to September 1st, we'll be able to accept the math, the science, and the social studies. But we will not be able to accept the reading language arts. They're going to need the reading exam. So just think about that.
And what is the 8,000 series that y'all mentioned? I'm familiar with
Yeah.
the 5,000.
The 8,000 series is the new Praxis Elementary series. So it is going to replace within 2 years. It'll completely replace the 5,000 series. So both the 5,000 series and the 7811 series are going away. We're
Okay.
going to keep 5,000 for another year, but we're going to go ahead and adopt the 8,000 series. The other benefit to the 8,000 series is that once this capability is enacted, the 8,000 series will have some modular components. So this may not be available till the fall, and it may not be right at September, but that assessment will be enabled with, they're going to call it Praxis Steps. So let's say you have a candidate that takes the math subtest in the 8,000 series. They eventually will have the ability to just take the section of that assessment where their performance was weakest and may not have to take the whole subtest again. So that's the modular kind of design is sort of the coming thing in the testing industry, both with Pearson and ETS. But the 8,000 series will have that flexibility down the road. That it doesn't right now.
And when is the 8,000 going to be rolled out?
So it's already available, and I think there are 2 states that have adopted it recently, Charmaine. We go by that September 1 date. So once the board approves it, it will be an option for South Carolina test takers effective September 1st. So you
This
could have a
fall.
candidate, yes, you could have a candidate register for it probably in August, but they can't take it until after September 1st. So.
Thank
And
you.
I am going to have conversations. Jason will actually be here in South Carolina. I think Jackie probably told you that first week in May. And so we're working with him on an ETS on making sure bundle options are available, that kind of thing. The other thing is we'll send communication out to you. I've talked to both ETS and Pearson to get access to the interactive practice tests for your faculty that are interested in those reading assessments. So we're working on vouchers for those with ETS so that any of your faculty that want to go in and take a deeper dive into one of those assessments will be able to do so. All right, turn it back over to y'all. I feel like I just crashed the party.
No, we love that.
And
Everyone's
sorry,
always welcome.
yeah. Well, if y'all have any other questions, please let us know. I don't know what's happening with my camera right now, so I apologize for that. But thank you all for being here. And as always, we can stick around a little bit longer if you need us to. Thanks so much.